Hey y'all, I thought I'd check in. It's been a bit. Um, I was supposed to be participating in this trial, which is CAR T, similar to the procedure I had in June last year, except for it targets a different protein. However, let's see, how do I start this? Well, one, my numbers are too low to participate right now, which is crazy because if you've been following me, you know my numbers are always like super high, but not now. So I'm kind of in this weird spot where I'm kind of like, I'm grateful, of course, that they're lower than my normal high. They're still high, but not, they're supposed to be a two and they're like a three. You know what I mean? Usually they're like in double or triple digits. I mean, like high. I think the last time before I was at like 75, and that's when I was getting ready to participate in the trial. And they give you what they call bridging therapy. So it's a chemo to get your numbers low enough, kind of stabilize you before you do the procedure. And apparently, my bridging therapy worked so well that it disqualified me for the time being. Now, in the meantime, they stopped, put a temporary stop on the trial um, because they were having some issues with side effects. And one of the things I've learned is that about 10%, because there's the possibility of neurological damage. Which would be, in essence, like having a stroke. It could affect your speech, it could affect your personality, your ability to walk, all those neurological things. So, anyway, they found that about 10% of the people who have these issues are not pulling out of it. It's a trial. So it's, not like they know it's lasts for years, but they're still having the issues even after a while. And it's a phase 2 trial. Phase 1 is when they're going, hey, let's find some guinea pigs. And then phase 2 is a little better than that. Phase 4, they have to go through the fourth phase before they can apply to get FDA approval. So I'm kind of I'm kind of questioning whether I want to do it or not. Um, the other procedure that my doctor was talking about was something that also targets that protein, and apparently any of the treatments that target that particular protein um, have these effects. There's two differences though. One is they're not showing a 10% long-term issues, and the second is it's a like an increased dosage thing. So, like, I would check into the hospital, they'd give me a low dose, they'd monitor that. If my body handled that, then they'd go up a little more, and I'm not sure how many ups they go. But, so, like, if I took the first dose and my body didn't react well to it, I could stop. With this trial, I can't. Once they put my cells back in, it is what it is, and my body does whatever it's going to do, and I can't stop it. So, which is part of why I never did drugs, because I was afraid, I was afraid, what if I took a drug and then I couldn't stop it and I didn't like it, kind of thing. So I'm kind of not knowing what I'm going to do. Anyway, but if you do pray, would you please pray for real firm guidance in this? It's funny because my numbers are low enough. My doctor decided to just have me do blood work every other week. So I have to go every week because I still have the central line. I have to have that bandage changed. And then every other week I get my bandage changed and blood work. And I go to see them again on the 25th. So I'm hoping to obviously ask some questions. Would you do this kind of thing? I've been so fortunate that I haven't had any long-term serious side effects in my treatments. But what if this is the time? You know what I mean? So I'm kind of just don't know. Is 90% good enough or not? So what I'm praying for is some real strong indications of which way I should go. Should I go ahead and participate in the trial whenever my numbers are appropriate? Because they they've been too low anyway. But, or do I go see what alternatives there are? Kind of on the fence, but you know, I'm running out of treatment options, so I don't know what to do. Anyway, but I will keep you posted. Again, I go see the doctor on the 25th, and hopefully I'll have a little more confidence. Anyway, so I hope you all are blessed. And if you're in the Midwest, that you survived terrible tornadoes and thunderstorms and flooding and all the ugliness that has happened with our weather. It's just been amazing, not in a good way. And yeah, anyway, I hope you stay blessed and have an amazing rest of your week. Take care.